So I'm making a bit of a video about why I don't wear my hearing aids. I've been hard of hearing from an early age. It was recommended by the audiologist and other professionals that I be mainstreamed, and there wasn't a lot of other information available at the time that said otherwise. So I was mainstreamed. I had no assistive devices, and sign language was not recommended. I struggled through the school system, and I was spacey. My mom attended a lot of parent-teacher meetings, and almost every one of them had the same theme or said the same thing, and it basically just always said Maggie would do much better if she just applied herself or paid more attention. Or one memorable meeting with a math teacher that said Maggie just can't do math and she should just stop trying. The year after, I'd gotten 100% on a provincial test. But yeah, of course, I just can't do math. Like, has nothing to do with the teacher or the fact that I just don't have what needs to be available to me in order to appropriately learn, but sure, just can't do math. I had seating recommendations that were often ignored by the teachers. Their seating plans usually had me placed in other areas of the classroom rather than closer to the front on a certain side, so that I could hopefully hear things a little bit appropriately and really get everything. So I ended up often missing the homework being assigned, and I eventually just got in the habit of not doing my homework, not caring if there was homework. Basically, I spent a lot of my early life pretty lost, trying to fill all of the parts of life that I'd missed. When I was 27, I had the opportunity to get hearing aids, and I thought, this is going to be amazing. I'm so excited to try this. My thought process wasn't entirely correct. The audiologist adjusted my hearing aids, we had them fitted, and she sent me on my way. For the first week, I learned all about the sounds I hadn't known about before. My shoes were squeaky, so I had to get new shoes. I could not believe that I'd been walking around I don't even know how long I'd had those shoes, and they were squeaking, and nobody told me. My dog grumbled really cute, but it was so quiet that just normally I can't hear it, so I don't know what's happening. Birds singing on my regular walking route, had no idea. There was just one area where there was this set of trees, and they had an overwhelming amount of birds that just sang, and I had no idea about them. And yeah, so I got to experience all of those things, and it was incredible. But then I started noticing that my ears were super tired, and I noticed that there were sounds that I just could not deal with, like paper crumpling. It's really sharp, it's really aggressive, and it's really unpleasant. And the fans in stores, oh my gosh, and music. Stores that have, and restaurants that have speakers in the roof, and they just play music. You can't hear anything but that. That's all you hear. And because my brain wasn't trained to tune those things out, that's all I could hear. And it was pretty overwhelming. The drone of fans overhead was very overwhelming. So I started noticing that at the end of the day, I could not wait to take them out. And I was so tired at the end of the day. My ears were sore. I loved using them still. I'd gotten quieter shoes, and I still loved hearing the birds singing. I went in about a week after getting them, and I had a setting added that like dampened or lessened the crinkling paper sound, and a few other sounds, and that helped. And I wore them faithfully every single day for a year and a half. In that time, I started getting major migraines. I was super irritable and grumpy a lot of the time in the evenings. And then I got really sick, and I found out about my adult onset Still's disease, and I continued to try to wear the hearing aids all of the time. but they felt less like an amazing gift and this helpful device, and more like just pure torture to wear. I was wearing them for the convenience of everyone around me and not for my own benefit. So I stopped wearing them about 1.5 years ago now. I have them for when I need them for important meetings, important appointments. I have them for any time that I would like to wear them, that I need to wear them. And that's really wonderful. They can be a great tool if I need them, if I want them, if they're reasonable to wear at that point. But I don't use them, and I don't need to wear them every single day or every single week or even every single month. I don't need to use them to be less of a burden to other people. If people see me as a burden, then they're not the people for me. I'll make another video to share what I'm doing to ensure I have language for the foreseeable future. And maybe in that video, or I'll explain in another video, how I'm choosing to live my life with my hearing going forward. I hope this video was helpful to people making the decision to get hearing aids, or who have already made that decision and are struggling like I was, or, you know, somebody who has a kid and just would like to know maybe a bit of what their kid's going through, if their kid's super irritable when they're wearing their hearing aids, or if a parent has just gotten hearing aids. Like, it's overwhelming. If you've not had to learn to filter all of those sounds out, it is overwhelming. And again, it's not fair to expect someone to go through that just because they're a burden or an inconvenience to you. There's other things you can do. You can write things down, you can learn sign language, you can, look at them, speak clearly, speak reasonably, try to communicate in reasonable ways. It's not a necessity to have hearing aids, or to have a hearing device. It's just not. And yeah. Anyways, I hope this helps somebody, or sheds a little light on the situation for people. Hearing aids do not fix hearing loss. They don't fix it. They might make it better for some people. They might make it more frustrating for other people. They might, it depends on you. It depends on your situation. It depends on, a lot of different things. So yeah, anyways, that's my experiences with them. And this isn't to discourage anybody from getting them. I highly recommend, if they're available to you, try them out. But also, if you don't want to, just don't. They didn't add to my life a whole lot. But anyways, that's all. Have a great day. I hope you find peace in your life, and yeah.